Hey, it's Lon.TV here, and I am with my Nikon camera, which is gliding across my desk thanks in part to the new CineSkates Pro from a company called CineSkates. And what they've done is they've taken these really low-friction skateboard wheels and attached it to a neat little camera rig that gives you some very unique perspectives that you can't normally get very smoothly. And I have to say, I've been pretty impressed with this, playing with it over the last couple of days. So let's take a closer look at what makes this product tick. As I mentioned, the skateboard wheels are what makes this thing tick, and they're very, very low friction, so you can give them a spin and they'll go on for a while. And as you can see on my living room shot upstairs, on a hardwood floor, it just kept going and going and going. I have seen that varying textures tend to slow the wheels down a little bit more, as you'd expect, but nevertheless, it is really kind of neat. Another thing that it has on the wheels is that you can easily turn them, and there's a little guide that you line up to a letter on the wheel, and it will tell you what you need to configure the wheels to in order to get a desired effect. So the camera can dolly to the left or the right. As you can see here, you do like a CG and an E on the wheel, and it'll go in that direction, or backward and forward. There's also an arc that you can do, and I found that the arc is a little bit harder to achieve, mainly because there's some geometry involved and some physics, and you have to kind of adjust the length of the wheels to get it into a perfect circle. But if you're looking for just like a half arc or something, it'll work fairly easily on the first shot with it. My only gripe, though, is the fact that they didn't include a tripod head for it. They want you to bring your own. And I think a lot of young filmmakers who are just starting out that are buying this because it is inexpensive relative to other similar equipment don't have that necessarily. So you're looking to probably invest another $100 in a tripod head. It also supports the fancier GorillaPod, which is a tripod that you can adjust fairly flexibly. And these little cups on here allow you to secure that in there. It does not work with the plastic GorillaPod, so you want to make sure that you get the GorillaPod that is made out of metal. I believe it's called the GorillaPod Focus. So just bear that in mind as you're out there looking at this product. But as you can see in my setup here, it is working with the SLR attached just to the base plate, but it just gives you a limited amount of range that you can adjust the camera to. But nevertheless, you can get it working without too much extra stuff if you really want to do it. So overall, I'd say this is a really neat product. It's really, I think for kids especially who are really showing an interest in video production, this is a really fairly inexpensive way to get a really professional dolly kind of shot without having to buy a rig with rails and all this other stuff. And I think at some point they'll graduate into higher end equipment, but I think you could accomplish a lot with this. If you get a desk like I have in my studio here, you can get some height, and you can even probably do some shots with people and things beyond just close-up kind of shots that you would do with the dolly on the ground. So give it a shot. I think it's a neat little product, and I'm happy to be able to play with it this week. This is Lon.TV, and thanks for watching.